Welcome back.
Yeah. To all you independent ladies out there, in this episode, we have our special guest, Taylor Krebs.
Taylor Krebs. Not Crabs.
Not
Krebs.
to be confused with Crabs. And Taylor Krebs is the owner of Nova Talent, and
he books at local Nashville and surrounding areas.
Yeah, he
books at local venues.
Yeah,
wow.
Him and the Nova team, they book local artists at local teams. So,
including myself with Redbird.
Yeah. So if any of you guys ever get a chance to go out to a show in the area,
check the Instagram.
Yeah,
we'll put it in the description. Chandler cut his hair, by the way, for anybody that didn't know. Shout out to Chandler for those of you that know Chandler.
And then we take a little dive into the EDM world. Moose and Taylor could kind of dove into that.
It's
not
like
as much. Yeah, it's not my genre of expertise.
It was quite a dive, actually. It was in the dark corners of SoundCloud.
Yeah, and we also talked about a couple local R&B artists, which one of those you're currently listening to, Shamar with Independent Lady.
And the full song will be at the end of the episode.
Correct.
And Taylor gives it a nice intro. And then we talk a little bit about the motive behind Nova and how they love to take care of the artist, and that's like one of the main focuses from the beginning.
And then we chatted a little bit about Pixie Fest.
Pixel Fest.
Oh, Pixel Fest.
Pixel Fest. It was the Minecraft festival where they were created a world on Minecraft, and then it came to fruition in real life.
And then we just took a massive dive into the what ifs and whatnots of VR and what the future could hold.
It's exciting.
Well, some might say.
I think it's exciting. And the future of digital live events, and then also just a good conversation on using college to your advantage, and getting the most out of it while you're there.
Basically, if you were to take it and look at it like it's a campfire, college is a good thing to compare to kindling, and it helps get that fire started.
There you go. Heard it from the man himself.
Anyway, thanks for always tuning in. Also, shout out to Taylor Krebs for hopping on the podcast with us. Shout out to Shamar for this wonderful song. Be sure.
Oh, and also we will post links to the early bird tickets for the Nova show, upcoming Nova show this week.
Yeah.
So that will be in the description as well.
Also, this has been Little Wrist Big Fist. Shout out to our sponsors, Shot Audio.
And strong body.
Get on with it, son. Little Wrist Big Fist.
For anybody listening to this is Nashville life right here.
Man, shout out to G for that
Shout
sample.
out to G.
Little Wrist Big Fist.
Shout out to my boss for this beer.
Your what?
My boss.
Oh, okay.
He gave me some beer. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty freaking
some
cool.
Beer at work. Every Friday we'll get some
Friday?
Mixed pick set. Well, not every Friday. But about every other Friday I'll pick up some.
Well, before we dive into that, let's introduce our guest.
Taylor, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you guys?
Doing pretty good, man.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Of course.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Big fan of you guys.
Dude, so this is the first time we've podcasted in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited to be
Feel honored.
Yeah.
Feel honored.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good
we've all
time.
been busy.
I'm over-caffeinated and alpha-brained up.
Always caffeinated.
Always caffeinated, dude. It's kind of like an IV for my day.
I drink way too much coffee.
Dude,
now.
I've been slamming some bangs this week. Bad.
Yeah, I've been bad with the energy drinks. I've been on this.
I know, you got that big-ass NOS, dude.
Yeah, I've been on a bender.
That thing is huge.
Is it 18 ounce? I don't even think they make 18
So you say you got a long day today.
24.
24. What are you doing today?
Oh, boy. Where should we start? So,
do you get up? Wait, are you an early riser or do you let a night out?
It depends.
I like that answer.
Switch.
My sleep schedule's so all over the place, man. It's a wreck, to be honest. Some nights I'm up until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I go to bed at 6, or some nights I'll crash out around 9. Totally depends.
Damn.
On show days I have to be up from 6 in the morning to 6 the next morning. So
Yeah, long
doing stuff. So those long days kill me. Prepping for shows. I'm today I'm probably gonna head back downtown. I'll do my own street team stuff for all the shows.
Okay, so before we get too into that stuff, into the weeds, dude, this mic stand's really playing games with me today. He's like ducking and dodging me. But tell everybody a little bit about what you do. Tell everybody. So we actually know you through mutual friends. Like you and Dusty just met today.
Yeah, we just met today.
And
which I'm
like
really happy
I
to
know
finally meet, 'cause
you.
I've heard everything about you.
Yeah.
So.
I know
So much
you
good
because
stuff.
I've played. I can't remember the first time I've met you. But the last time I remember seeing you was because you booked us on
At the
Broadway.
Tin Roof, yeah.
So
yeah, I think the first time we like actually got to meet and like talk for a little while was probably at Kirkwood actually.
Oh yeah.
And when was that? October, I think, or November?
Yeah, that was a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
Did y'all play that one? Is that?
Yeah,
was
Red
it
was
was
on
that
that.
the
Red
show
was
we played
headlining
when
that,
we?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You dude, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a great.
It's fun.
Man, I miss.
And I DJ'd for a
doing
little
stuff at
bit,
Kirkwood.
so that's fun.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am the owner and director of operations here at Nova. So Nova Talent Agency, we're a local booking agency who helps out local artists. We try and get you on the big stages, wherever we can. We book everywhere at all the premier venues downtown. You know what I'm talking about? The back corner, Broadway stuff. Goodness,
Tin
there's so
Roof.
many.
You booked us at Tin Roof.
Yep. Rocketown. Gosh, there's so many venues.
And then also stuff in Murfreesboro, I'm guessing.
Stuff in
too.
Murfreesboro too.
So like Kirkwood, like hell, you booked us at Kirkwood. Right?
Now Ridenauer. We're doing something at Ridenauer.
Dude, Ridenauer's
later in
dope.
June. I love it. I went there for the first time actually. I haven't been out of the house in so long, but when was that? I think Friday night they had an EDM thing there.
Oh, really?
It was so cool. I love that place. That place is awesome.
Damn, I kind of wish I would have went.
Did they show you around?
Yeah, they showed me around. It was awesome. Shane, shout out to Shane at Ridenauer.
Yeah,
dude, he's dope.
Yeah,
he's super
man.
chill.
But he gave me
He's
the
swole as fuck.
Yeah, he is. He gave me the in-depth tour, and it was awesome. I was so shocked at the amount of money that they spent there.
Yeah,
and
the quality
dude,
is great,
It's
dude.
amazing.
You ain't kidding.
So it's great for
Yeah, when we first, I think you and I went there the first time together, right?
Yes.
And they gave us both a tour, and both me and Dusty are like, "What?
Yeah.
Like this is."
Yeah, that was my reaction
like
too. I was
nice,
like,
man.
And
you see one of the practice rooms, you think maybe one of them, two of them, and then they have a
but you
venue
got like
in there too.
5 in a venue and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
beer.
crazy.
At least 5, right?
Yeah.
and beer.
The beer
That's so-
options
that's
too.
so
Can we talk
smart.
about how they have like 20 different beers there?
I tried
was like,
Michelob Amber for the first time there the other day.
if you go on a pop a night,
Pretty
you
good.
better get your beer first, though.
Oh yeah.
They run out quick.
Well, certain
nights.
certain nights and certain drinks.
Beers.
Like
Yep.
Coors, that'll be gone quick. I don't know why everybody there drinks Coors. It's
Hey, I bet nobody drinks Bush, and I guarantee you Chandler never ran out of Bush. The other night when we seen him play.
Have you seen? Speaking of Chandler, sorry,
He
we're a
cracks
little.
me up.
We're
This is what
ranting
happens, especially when we have
bit.
podcasts.
I love it.
Have you seen him since he cut his hair and shaved his
Not
mustache?
in the flesh, but it looks like a new man. Have you seen
Who
him? Do you
told
know
me
Chandler?
Yeah, I know Chandler. Who told me about that? Oh God, maybe it was probably Nick. Someone told me that he cut his hair, and I want to. God, I gotta catch
Yeah,
up. with
you
him
gotta
and see him.
check. Yeah, check his Instagram, dude.
Yeah. I was on
it's
my
clean. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
clean.
I was on my Instagram feed and I felt depressed for like half a second, and then I was like, you know what?
His
Do
long
you,
hair
man?
was so
That's-
clean though.
Yeah.
But when you've had long hair for a while, and you cut your hair, it looks automatically you look swagged up.
And
you automatically
absolutely.
look swagged up.
Absolutely.
So I was just making sure I was in frame. Boy,
oh, I
on
thought you
the
were pulling
camera.
up the.
Oh, the post.
The
Yeah.
post on the Instagram, man. I gotta check
I
that
look
out.
like such a bum. Like, who knows when I'll post this video, but I look like a bum in this frame right now. Look
That's
how I'm
okay.
sitting, like an Indian with a tie-dye Sublime
Like
shirt
an
on, a pair of
idiot.
basketball shorts.
Like
Comfy.
freaking
That's the important part.
Bro.
Idiot.
What else? Yeah, what else we got on here? 'Cause I forget.
Yeah.
Well, your brain's hurting.
I thought you farted.
Where's your next show at?
Oh yeah.
I've heard that so many times this past week. I'm serious.
Dusty, you're famous.
My parents give me nice clothes.
That's Garrett.
Oh my God.
My parents give me nice clothes.
There's a couple good ones of him.
For anybody listening to this is Nashville life right here. You got the one with the shenanigans?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is there any more of Garrett?
People get drunk. I'm bubbling.
Bust. That's trouble. Hold on.
You are one of the best musicians I've ever seen.
There we go. That's it.
Dude, we have so many cool
Every time
samples on
someone
there.
I love it.
walked into the Kirkwood house.
You are one of the best musicians I've ever seen.
Shout out to Garrett.
Shout out
dude.
Garrett.
Yeah, shout out Garrett.
He's fun. I wonder what the hell he's doing. I haven't talked to him in a while.
I know he's doing a lot of stuff at Riding Hour, and I also know that he's working for this.
Music videos?
He's working for this company, and I can't remember the name of that company.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's something pretty.
What kind of
It's
company?
something pretty cool.
Yeah,
like he's doing video and stuff.
Yeah.
Dope.
On his Instagram,
Dope.
yeah, I've seen on his story all the time. Oh God.
I saw it on his story yesterday. It said shoot day or something. But
Yeah,
I mean, I knew he's been doing that, but you never know like who it's for.
Yeah, he got us the spot in June at the Riding Hour.
Yeah.
At Riding Hour. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's
Garrett's
has a
so
hand in
dope.
buying there for the talent, which is awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kick ass, dude. He works hard. Hey, one of my friends that inspires me, that's fucking Garrett right there.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's always
For
on his
sure.
grind, man.
Dude, always.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Just check his Instagram. He'd be like, what's he doing today? Like, he's always doing something
He's always doing
different.
something. Yep.
So, are you gonna book more at Riding Hour in the future?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I love it there.
Did you guys book the EDM show?
No,
Oh,
but we
okay.
have one in
Okay.
June, which is going to be an
Dope.
EDM show. But
Where is that gonna be? Is that gonna be at Riding Hour?
at Riding Hour,
Okay.
yeah. So
There's some good local DJs, too.
yeah, there are. There's a lot. I mean, Kyle, who I live with, Kalo. Shout out Kalo.
Oh yeah, I know
he was
Kyle.
gonna come today,
Kyle
but-
Shortman.
Yeah, he was
Called
going
into
to come today, but
work.
he had to go to work.
Unfortunately.
Day job. But
It's okay. Keep
he's-
grinding out there, buddy.
He's probably one of the most talented producers in Nashville. Unbiasedly, I'm saying that.
Yeah, I've never heard. I know Kyle, but I've never heard. The musical
I didn't
side
know
of him.
he.
Man,
well,
you gotta,
maybe I did.
You gotta
know
check
he
it out.
produced.
It's something special, and I have a really strong feeling that he's gonna be doing something big sometime soon, and he's gonna blow up here soon.
One of the
so.
things about making EDM music, I feel like, at least right now, is like you have to be super, super, super consistent.
Consistency
Absolutely, yeah.
in anything.
You have to.
Yeah, so-
and then you kind of have to, it's a kind of a meme genre a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, you have to go with, like, what's really hot.
Yeah,
like you
for sure.
have to. It's a whole play on. It can be a play on pop culture, like
Yeah.
depending on what samples you use and
Yep.
stuff. Like
I also think that it's a lot of testing out what fits for you, if that makes sense, as far as genre goes. Because
there's so much.
EDM's such like a cloud term, you know what I mean? There's like
Yes.
like 1,000 subgenres.
That's
of
exactly
EDM,
why I
so-
said. So like I feel like more of. Do you know the channel MISC or Miscellaneous? It stands for miscellaneous, but it's MISC dot, and some people call it MISC.
I don't think so.
You know who Stir Fry is?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Stir Fry's in MISC, but MISC is
Okay.
like 5 different states. Shout out to anybody that knows anything about like digging on SoundCloud, but they're like a very, it's like a blend of trap and like cool obscure samples like from different like popular stuff or like reworks of popular songs.
Oh hell yeah.
But it's I want to say trap, but it's not trap.
I'll try my best.
Bubbling. Damn it. I was looking for the one.
You tried your best.
I was looking for the one that said, "Is that the one with the shenanigans?"
Oh, it's right here.
For anybody, they got the one with the shenanigans.
Okay. Cool.
But they do stuff like that that's like meme-ish, I would say,
Yeah.
for like music. At least
Yeah.
that's the way
Oh,
I
hell
look
yeah.
at it. Some people don't see it that way, but that's more like the meme stuff. But then like you said, you have to find your sound too. You can do like
Yeah.
something like Kygo, which I listened to like my favorites
I love
playlist
Kygo.
on Apple this week, and like I have to be in the mood for Kygo.
Right.
But if I hear some trap, I don't care what time of day it is.
Yeah.
It's just my shit.
It's really interesting.
I love
too,
trap.
because Nashville's a super like dubstep heavy scene. Like that's like the big scene in
Yeah,
Nashville.
it's
is
the
dubstep
biggest.
And
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
kind of like
That's
hard
the
bass
hardest
stuff.
to make, I swear.
Yeah.
To be, because you can sound so, you can copy people's sounds and samples now, so it's so easy to sound like the next guy.
Yeah.
And that's really
Presets.
about sound design.
Presets on like Serum and other
Yep.
VSTs like that.
Yep.
And sound design obviously is a huge part of like dubstep and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I
you
think,
have
I think
to
that
know
is why,
how to-
That's why I view.
That's where you can really stick out, is with like a certain sound, is just with like really knowing how to mix your genre.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's why I love, you know who Virtual Riot is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I revere him as like this god of sound design.
I love
because-
Hero Bust.
Hero Bust.
I'm a big fucking Hero Bust
I love
fan.
Hero Bust. Shout out 24/8.
The first time I ever heard Hero Bust, I was like I felt like I got hit. Like somebody hit me with something, like a phone book or something. I was like, what the? Like, you don't see it coming.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm also, this coming from a guy that like rides the rail at the front of EDM shows, like, and they'd be like,
too.
dude, I did that at Tin Roof the other day, or the back corner the other
I
day,
love
and
the
there's
back
not even a
corner so
rail.
much.
Like, I was just headbanging, like, for
It's the
like, I was
best.
just, it's like, it's great. That's the last time we did the podcast. I was sore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was like fucking bitching about it for 2 days. But anyway, I don't know how we got on this tangent, but
I don't know.
so
EDM,
I love just going.
yeah,
cloud.
yeah, umbrella.
I think we were talking about what were we talking. We were talking about riding hour.
We're
first.
talking
We were
about-
talking about
yeah.
the EDM.
Yeah.
We got into EDM.
We'll go down that hole.
And how much talent there is in Murfreesboro. And
Yeah, it's
Nashville.
crazy
Yeah.
to
In
see.
general, across all genres.
Oh,
yeah,
and across
that's
all
what I was
genres
about
for
to
sure.
say.
Dude, I saw the Broomsticks playing
Fire.
into Riding Hour again. They're a local group.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Fire.
they're like this jazz. I don't know exactly what to call them, but they are
Jam
phenomenal. Jazz, yeah, like a jazz jam band, and they just go ham.
You know what
They
I've
go
been
off.
getting really into, especially in Murfreesboro, is like the R&B scene here, because it exists.
Allie
It's-
Burgess,
That's who I know of R&B.
You know who Shamar is?
no.
Shamar. I don't
Check
know
out Shamar.
Uh-uh.
Shout out to Shamar. He was one of my not roommates, but one of my hallmates freshman year in Corlew.
Oh, you were in a dorm?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I was
Dude,
Corlew gang.
I still feel like I
Corlew gang.
missed out on.
I don't. No.
Just I don't know. Maybe it's my view of college experience from the outside looking
Yeah.
in. You know what I mean? Because when I
Yeah,
came to
it's-
college, I was kind of in a way disappointed, but I was also happy I got an apartment.
Right. I'd say that I was happy that I did it, but like,
Yeah.
You meet a ton of people.
you meet a ton of people,
do.
which is a perk. But most of the people.
You also got to
who-
share a shitter.
Yeah, that's the. I was gonna say there's definitely some
like to poop in
downsides to
peace.
it. And, yeah.
But me as a
Oh.
freshman, that just wasn't my personality at the time, and I was
Yeah,
just like,
totally.
no.
And I'd say most of the people that I like,
pretty reserved.
most of the people I like surround myself with today that I hang out with like on a consistent basis, I met outside of my dorm.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
so I mean,
That makes sense.
I met a ton of people that I love and are dear to me, but you know.
You putting up that clicker? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, but definitely have to check out Shamar. He's so talented. And
spell it?
Shemar
Okay.
is what he goes by.
Cool.
His name's Nick.
So does he have?
Oh, his real name's not Shamar?
No, it's
I have a
Nick.
best friend from back home named Shamar.
No way.
Shamar Smiley. Shout out to Shamar. Shamar, if
I
you
love that
ever
name.
listen
What
to,
a name.
Shamar.
dude, isn't it? If you ever listen to this, Shamar,
The name's
shout out to
Smiley.
you, bro.
Shamar Smiley.
Oh, the craziest part about his
Completely
records
different
too.
than what he is. Sounds like.
The craziest part about his records is I would come up from a class or something like that, and I'd see him in the study room inside of Corlew
What's he look like?
recording his music in the study room.
Damn, that's a grind. That's what's up. That's a lot of respect for that.
If you
Is
look
it
up
just is it
Shamar
just
Music
Shamar Music
on Instagram.
Instagram.
might be Shamar_music 1 or something like that.
I'll find him.
But and it sounds so good. Like I remember listening to one of the first songs that he put out, Independent Lady is the title of it, and I remember watching him track this song as I'm, waiting for the elevator to come get me, and I'm like watching him track this song, and you listen to it and you're like, this sounds so damn professional, and I don't know.
Just straight like out of his.
That's Shamar. That was actually at a show that we booked him at.
Does he send me a link to one of his pictures?
We had an event called
I
Drip
see him.
Fest, and he
Here's
that
a
was his
link.
first time performing. He performed at the back corner actually with us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's the man though. I
Never
love
seen him.
love his music.
I
That's
really
what's up.
I really like his glasses.
Oh, his glasses that he wore that night were awesome.
I'm gonna go
I
ahead
love
and
him.
follow him so I can keep up.
Dope.
Hey, definitely got to check him out.
Bam.
Okay.
But
Sick. Anybody else in
Yeah,
R&B?
in the R&B scene.
Oh boy, not a Murfreesboro girl, but Karen Hardy. She performed at the Tin Roof with
Is
us.
she like in Nashville?
Yeah, she's
Or is-
Nashville
okay.
based. And,
When I played?
no, she wasn't with you guys whenever
Okay.
we played. She's played actually the past two
Okay.
times that we've done showcases there, and God, she's the sweetest girl ever, but her voice is like knockout, like beautiful and amazing.
Is she kind of like quiet, but all of a sudden has this powerhouse voice?
Yes,
I
exactly.
love those types of people.
She sounds like a Beyonce. I would even put her on the category
No
of
shit.
like, yeah, and
Damn.
that's her biggest inspiration. So Karen, if you're listening, you're on the right track. But,
That's what's up.
no, yeah, she's awesome though, and her voice.
She's
is
not out of
crazy.
Murfreesboro? Out of
No, she's
Nashville?
out of
Out of
Nashville. Yeah.
Nashville.
Okay. Cool.
So define book local artists operating out of Murfreesboro. So are you?
Right.
Go ahead. No, yeah.
So let's see here. So we have it started out whenever we started Nova, we reached out to all of our friends because, MTSU is kind of like a big family when it comes to the music scene. So we reached out to all our friends saying, hey, we're trying to start this. And it started out with like local things and like we did like a Buffalo Wild Wings series and like a Fuzzy series and all these and house shows even to begin with. But, we got this group of people together and they were all on board with the idea. And then, it was like maybe a year ago. I mean, after Kirkwood, things just kind of like blew up on a much bigger scale. Yeah. So now we've been getting these great opportunities to be able to showcase people like Red, and I can go on a tangent about all the talent here, but let's use Red for an example since you play with Red. Obviously they're not a touring artist yet, but we're trying to get them out to Tin Roof on Broadway, for example, is a super duper hard place to book.
Yeah, that's a good spot. That's a good spot.
Right,
a good spot to be.
Right, and especially if you're playing an original set, because tourists don't want to hear that for whatever reason. Don't even get me started on that. But
that can really strike a nerve with many people.
That's what's crazy to me is they're playing there with original sets.
Yes, and the
every once in a while people play covers. Red's even added a cover into his show.
Well, yeah, naturally. But
naturally,
if you're playing that much original music,
sets, don't you feel like acoustic sets will like half on, half off?
I feel like it depends on the
You don't
artist.
like the idea?
Huh?
You don't like the idea?
Well, what are you saying? Sorry.
Like they'll do like an original, or they'll start with a cover to get like to get like warmed up, and then they'll do an original and then like cover, like, or alternate every other one kind of.
I think that's a common theme, but I feel like it depends on the artist catalog as well, because some people that we work with have just like 300 songs, so they're like I'm gonna they have an arsenal to pick through.
Yeah,
for lack of
and some
better
people
words.
have like 3.
The majority of people on Broadway just play top 40.
They call
especially
it don't they call it like the Broadway list or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like there's like a specific list of songs, plus you add in the top 40, but there's like a bunch of old songs too that are just
someone turned that into a meme.
You have to really
I saw it on Facebook.
Broadway top 40 or something.
It was really funny. It was in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing that we tried to do with Nova, because I was an artist myself at a pretty young age, and I did.
What kind of artist?
I was.
You painted? You're like
no, a music artist.
Oh, like
no, that's what I meant.
Or what's his name? What's the guy with the afro that paints?
That
was
Bob
you.
Ross, bro.
Bob Ross. I said Mr. Rogers. I'm an idiot.
But I was in the genre of
Bob, short for Robert, so that's not even Rogers.
Good.
But I tried to, genre-wise, I was kind of like a pop fused with Americana type of thing.
Oh,
so
no,
something new, and I'm from Pittsburgh,
cool.
so. But the biggest thing that I found throughout my career was that booking's super nasty, and especially as a local artist, even if you're opening up for a touring act or whatever, contracts get super weird, and the amount of people who try and screw over local artists is
increasing,
and it's
every day.
Yeah, and it's really like shocking. And of course, I was, at some of these
times.
Yeah, that is the one. That contract is the one with the shenanigans.
Yeah. And at like the age of some of these shows, I was doing at the age of like 12 or 11.
That's awesome. No kidding.
Thank you, but it was, obviously I didn't know much about it. My parents have no knowledge of the music industry whatsoever, so.
But it was nice that they supported you at that.
Great, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, at that young age.
I can never thank my parents enough. But the biggest thing is that local artists oftentimes get screwed over. So the thing that we try and do is, the thing with Nova is that no matter what, you're always going to get paid. So even if we don't recoup our costs from a show, like any of our overhead, if for some reason the show sinks under, you're going to get paid no matter what.
That's cool.
So
which is
something that we're trying to like
hard to do as like a newer like y'all haven't been a thing for what, maybe a year and a half, right?
Yeah, about a year and a half now.
So like for a year and a half in, that's
always been
good because to have that, like, fuck, I couldn't even like I like I don't know. I couldn't get together a group of friends that could be like, okay, we can book these artists here and put up the cost.
Right.
And then if we don't make all the money back, we can still pay the artist,
Right.
which is crazy. Like, that's cool as fuck.
That's been our golden standard rule. That's the reason why we started it, was, you know, to
get artists like
get artists the great
paid
exposure, but
opportunity.
also, you know, pay them for their efforts, because, you know, as an artist, it's really
So did you guys
frustrating
start that
sometimes.
way?
Yes. Yeah.
So from the get,
get-go.
you were that way. So
Mhm.
like y'all had like some money investment into it.
Yes.
Because I mean, you would have to, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of money invested into it, and it was also I don't know, we really didn't run into as many issues as we thought as far as having to eat any money. We started off
So
super
from like day one, you were able to like were you starting with like free venues first?
Yeah,
Okay.
like those house shows that I'm
yeah.
sure you
So
saw,
then
like,
you'd have like $5 at the door or something.
Yeah, there was no cost for those. You know what I mean? Print out
Like-
some flyers, that was our only cost, which we could do at the school
For free.
for
Right.
free. Exactly.
Right. And then you charge no cover.
And then we charged no cover for the first one. I think $5 for the second one.
Okay.
But everybody still got paid for those.
And you still do $5 usually, or what?
It depends on the artist, and it depends on the spot, and there's
Depends
you
on
know,
how much there is to
You don't
recoup.
charge for all the shows, right?
No.
Okay.
Like Tin Roof is obviously free, but
Right.
that's a different story, since that's more of a bar rather than a venue. But the majority of our showcases are $5 to $8. But if we have a touring act coming in, like on May 23rd, we have Bishu coming in, that's a 15, 20, but only because it's a touring artist.
Right.
So
Right. Well,
Yeah,
that makes
different.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think where's that going to be at?
the back corner,
Okay.
it's super cool. I really
feel like is that that's an EDM artist?
EDM artist, yeah.
Is it a dude?
Yeah, he's up and
I
coming.
feel like I've seen your flyer for it.
You
and it
probably
looks
have,
Familiar.
and
Does it
I
have, like,
really-
pink hair.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I really encourage anybody to come out to that, because it's like an intimate venue, and
Yeah.
The back
he's
corner
about
is
to blow
dope.
up.
The back corner's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
Where's he from?
He's from Halifax, Nova Scotia, but he
Oh,
spends like half
fuck.
of his time in LA because he's signed to Monster Cat
Okay,
and
yeah.
Vital Management out there. But yeah, so he's probably gonna be walking around and just saying hi to some random people, and he's about to put out a song with I don't know if I can officially say this on the record, but a big artist. I won't say the name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Those
you
are
probably
always
can't.
weird.
a really
Those
really
are always
a really really
weird.
big artist.
You're
I
like,
got-
hey, so and so's about to do this.
yeah, I got an inside scoop on some exciting stuff that's coming up, but he's like,
That's sick.
he headlined one of the first questions I'm going to ask him as soon as he comes in. He did Pixel Fest. Did you see that? It was a Minecraft music festival,
Oh, wow.
and it was crazy.
That sounds
like,
kind of cool.
like it was
I
free
mean, I'm not
admission.
into
as long as-
Minecraft.
Neither
Really?
am I.
Free admission?
but- yeah. And then they did like a $10 like VIP package where you could like
Oh,
meet
yeah,
the
of
artists like
course.
through your characters and stuff like that. But it
Oh,
was
shit.
apparently huge. and he
Wait a
was-
minute.
He was a
Because people
headliner
are
for
already
it.
into Minecraft, so if they're like a gathering of Minecraft, it's like probably like Comic-Con. I don't know if you have to pay for
Yeah,
Comic-Con,
I don't know either, but
it's like an event like that, but also the artists are playing.
yeah, it was like a world that they were working on for like 3 years or something like that, and it's
Holy
huge. They had, like, crazy
wait a minute.
stages.
shit.
I think no.
Okay.
Maybe I did.
So
They
wait,
did a
it was a
different one,
world
too.
inside the game, and they
Yes.
recreated it.
Yes, it was.
I don't
as
even
soon
like
as-
Minecraft. And that's
I know,
so
and
cool,
I'm
dude.
so mad that I
That's
missed
so
it.
cool.
As soon as I talk to him, though, I'm gonna be like,
Dude,
"Yo, how was
that's
Pixel
to
Fest?"
me
'Cause-
just as cool, or if not cooler, than Marshmello doing a concert, a Fortnite concert.
I don't know though.
The Fortnite
Pixel versus
the Pixel
full
Fest
animation.
though was crazy.
the
because
idea behind it.
there was
Yeah.
like 20 headliners though.
you
for
know how
Pixel
much
Fest.
work has it? Like how
a lot of work.
how many
Oh,
people
yeah.
have to go? Like I know there's also like I feel like an asshole for saying that because there's a lot of work going into Marshmello playing live on
Yeah, I'm sure the
for
code that they have to
everybody. Like
write
there's
and
probably
stuff
a
like that is
shit ton
ridiculous.
of stuff, but like I just feel like it's more of a gathering, like a really a nice human interaction to get together with a bunch of people
Digitally?
that are all because you get together in the real world and build
in the
that
real world.
Minecraft thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in comparison to the Marshmello thing.
Yeah, the craziest thing about Pixel Fest too is there was like 20 headliners, like big names, like Virtual Riot
Dude,
played.
people are probably into that.
Like it was
I
ridiculous.
keep popping into this mic, damn it. But people are into that, dude.
I can't.
Like,
I don't know.
Like
Remember the
there's
figure.
those
of how many
artists,
people
all those
attended,
artists
but it
were
was a
probably
lot.
into Minecraft.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So they were probably like, absolutely, I'll play this. For free.
Plus, it's kind of like making history because I'm sure, as terrible as this is, I'm sure that'll be a thing in the future is having like virtual festivals. You're never gonna replace actual live. So,
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
already
did-
starting.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
did
saying.
a VR. Did you see that? A VR demonstration in Nashville like 2 years ago. I was still in college at MTSU, and I got asked with a buddy. I think it was Jake Lane. Yeah, it was Jake Lane. You know who Jake Lane is? Savage, dude. Savage. Anyway, one of my good friends, he got me into doing a VR tour for people it was some kind of award ceremony. It wasn't huge, but it was big enough to rent out the Westin in Nashville. Yeah. So it was a pretty decent deal. And outside of it, some people had some booths set up. So I worked for this guy for free just to get the experience of going into this virtual world and like showing people how to move around. And
that's so cool.
You use joysticks, and it was but you could look around. Like you had these goggles on, you could look around, and like eventually what they wanted to do is like have a show, and they recreate a venue, and people that had been to the venue were like, wow, this is really weird because I've been here. Yeah. It's like in New York or something. It was like a big time venue. And then they were saying
Madison Square Garden.
No, I don't think so. Is that where Madison Square Garden is?
I could be wrong, but I think.
I don't know shit. But you could tell me and I wouldn't know. But you can go, like, there's talking about eventually being able to have the capability for you to be playing the game at home or in the event, and you had to pay virtually to go to this event. That's right crazy. But Dusty's there, and you want to buy a beer for Dusty, so you go to the bar in the virtual game and you buy a beer for Dusty, and it sends something to his phone or to whatever, and he scans it at the bar and got a free beer from you because you sent him a beer or a t-shirt or something. Or you can buy a t-shirt for your character in the game, and he can buy you one. Or, and like, think of all the marketing opportunities then. Posters on the wall, beers you're being able to sell.
Jeez, like, man.
That's nuts. It's a whole nother thing. And that was a very, 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 very small thing in VR.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, and they were talking about maybe they'll have a screen on the wall so you can see the virtual world when you're at the venue. You could see that he was in there. Or, you know, who knows? Man, but would you say, know what this means? What? It's crazy.
No, it means that's like almost unlimited access to our brains for marketing and advertising. Because like when on our downtime,
I love that your mind went there because I didn't even think
like
about
on
it.
our downtime. What do we want to do? We want to relax, and a lot of people choose video games. But when it becomes this VR
it's not
immersive
even video game,
but it's not. Yeah, it's not a video game anymore.
It's an event. It's an event.
That's crazy.
And think of how, like I said, you're using a joystick and stuff. And the only thing you could do is turn your head. Think about
for now.
Boom,
for now is the big. Yeah,
exactly. Like, think about being able to set up the living room as a part of the venue.
Think about just not getting out of bed and you're in VR all day.
That's also scary.
That's very scary.
I heard something. I think it was on Rogan's podcast. I heard something about there's a possibility that with virtual reality, eventually it will be able to make your senses make your brain convinced like 90 or 95% of the way that you are actually doing what you're doing.
Listen,
like that it'll be so good that it'll convince your brain that you're doing that.
All it takes is a generation. All it takes is a generation. If you raise children on that technology, they're not going to know anything different.
And that's,
dude, no, dude. That people, I know, but like
so much anxiety.
Dude, don't let people do that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know.
Then you're just a computer.
We might need to get off this subject before we get flagged by somebody.
Yeah, no kidding. My computer might blow up.
But
dude, that's crazy though.
I know. Back to the venue stuff though. There's already a app.
The Pixel Fest.
Yeah.
But what you were saying about the VR thing that you were talking about, there is
virtual concerts.
Yeah, there's an app already where I think it's called House Show. I'm pretty sure it's called House Show. But you can film yourself.
House
party, maybe
House
that's
party,
it.
Where you can FaceTime with like 16 different people.
No, well, there's one where you can pay a ticket. We were gonna do it for Nova, but you pay for a ticket to a show, but it's on your phone or TV.
You know what?
So they have to set up a camera at the venue for you to be able to watch the whole show right live.
Yes.
Or it could be like a NPR Tiny Desk type of concert where it's just the band in their living room.
Not live, but recorded.
No, it is live. It is live, but it's not
like
a
live
big
streamed,
venue.
but it's not like a venue. And I think that
so you could do a house show, like you can do a show in your house with no one there.
Yeah, they get like broadcasting. You just get like broadcasting equipment.
Yeah.
Get like a snake and plug it into
that. That's groovely.
Dude, that is groovely.
I'm sure there's multiple
can you say
apps
that?
About that.
I mean,
it hasn't went through.
It's nothing. But like,
so we can mention what that was.
Before
so explain what Groovely is, and while you're explaining what Groovely is, I'm grabbing another Budweiser. Would you like one?
I don't
have to pee yet, so I'm good to keep rolling, and we're only at 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a beer. You explain what Groovely was, though.
Okay, so it's essentially
it's not a thing anymore, right?
No,
okay. It's so cool.
No, I mean we haven't discussed it in years. But I was in with Lucas White, who we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
I don't think on the podcast, but in general. He invited me along. We were in this business plan competition.
Right.
It's going to be hard to remember all the names. Hang on. They probably won't listen to the podcast, so I don't care. Anyway, we were in this business plan competition, MTSU business plan competition. So they kind of came to me with this idea. I really didn't make this idea at all. I wish I could have, because it's an insane idea.
Yeah.
And if you were to capitalize that, be a new entrant, you could just blow up.
Right.
But anyway, they wanted me to help push the brand at the business plan competition, and I helped the visual aspect of it
a
little bit as well, since I'm into graphic design.
Right.
But it was this app it's kind of along the same lines as that, but there's a little bit of differences. But it was this thing where you could, you would discover all kinds of artists, live venues and stuff like that. Or no, you could discover them through like videos that they post through their social medias and stuff. If you like that artist, you could swipe left. If you didn't like that artist, you could swipe right. And then eventually we were wanting to go into like being able to live stream all these different artists' shows and just have everybody on mobile.
So
that's awesome.
Dude, I forgot about that part of it. The swipe left, swipe right thing. That's cool.
Yeah,
though.
That's so cool.
But
that's such a great idea.
But we got like a special recognition award.
Do you remember what like the main problem was with it? Because there's always
funding.
like some
people.
Funding.
Yeah, they were just like,
that's good though.
Yeah.
That's good that like that was the major like
absolutely
the key thing in your like you guys were onto something solid.
Yeah. The idea was solid, and
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool, but
that would have been
Is
great.
Groovely trademarked? Did you ever trademark that?
Yes.
Yeah, for the record.
I was hoping you would just say yes. But yeah, VR
but that's
and technology.
a very cool,
right?
Very cool thing, and y'all should capitalize on that if you can get in that.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah. That would be really cool. Like even if you could just try it out, like
take so much liability away.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe do a couple like trial runs with something small on a smaller scale with Instagram Live. Have you guys done that?
Absolutely, yeah. Well,
like hold an exclusive event on Instagram Live.
Well, what we were going to do,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of like no one can come over to the venue, or to the house, and just do it on Instagram Live and see how well it does, so you could scale it for.
Well, what we were gonna do for a long time is basically, like I said, recreate like the Tiny Desk concerts, but like branded as something different and. But basically do like a really intimate setting, live stream type thing.
Yeah.
But, get all the equipment to make sure that we could do that right. But
so it's still live?
Yeah. So it'd still be live. And we wanted to do it across like all the genres that we book with, though. Because I thought that would be really cool, and maybe incorporate like in the live stream itself, you can have like 5 different artists of 5 totally different genres, and then make it like a 3-hour event.
Yeah.
And have some people come throughout the entire live stream. So we've definitely thought about it. It's just executing it, to be honest. But
and live stuff is really hard to sustain.
Oh yeah,
it's really hard to get people to go. Like when someone's like, when I'm on Instagram and it's like so and so's live on Instagram, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. It's always difficult too.
Like I don't care.
Everybody's doing something different throughout the day too, and if they have some downtime, they're probably just scrolling through.
But when it's a planned event,
exactly, that's where you got to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool, though.
And if you're able to sell tickets like that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's even if they go to the live stream or not,
Right, exactly. Doing something like that, or even just throwing it up on YouTube afterwards for people to, check it out.
YouTube could be a great way to monetize.
Absolutely.
If you can hit, it's a hard market to hit, but if you can hit that market.
Yeah, it's so flooded
I
now,
encourage it.
You have to kind of be like niche. Yeah.
If you could have been in YouTube
early.
5-7 years ago.
I know, right?
But
I
also,
always
I feel like the
smack
people
myself on the head because
people that are big on that, I feel like are just like personalities.
Exactly.
Like some channels are big. Some channels are big. Like Garrett showed me like a recorded, like live recorded. It's not live. A well produced. I get it. It was recorded all in one take. Like it was recorded live.
Like a
but it
Mahogany
wasn't
Sessions?
Mahogany Sessions.
okay.
Yes,
listen.
and there's another one called Something Tree that he's
I know
showed
what you're
me
talking about,
multiple times.
He's told
and
me about it multiple times.
I forget what it's
too.
called, but it's really cool. Like it's like a music video.
Oh no. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was
Were you
thinking.
thinking of a name?
Yeah.
It's like a music video, but just a live
Right.
version.
Just a high quality live video.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Live photo.
live photo.
There's
yeah.
not even a live photo. You can't take a live photo. It's as soon as you take it, it's in the past. Cause
What I'm saying.
there you
I
go.
always miss these. I swear.
Well, it's been a bit. A little rusty.
A little wristy.
Yes, I'll-
Yeah.
Oh shit. So, what you got coming up? What you doing?
Man, I got so much stuff coming up. I'm so excited. I like wake up every day and I'm so thankful for all the stuff that we're doing. But
Okay,
it's
are
so
you still in
stressful.
school?
I am still in school.
You're still MTSU?
Yep.
How much longer you got?
I'm only a sophomore, so I still
Oh,
have
no way,
2
bro.
years left. Yeah.
Damn, good
Yeah.
for you, dude.
Thank you. I really
That's what's
appreciate that.
up.
I really
Dude,
appreciate
fuck
that.
yeah.
So, how old are you?
Dude, I came
I'm
in
20.
as a sophomore.
Okay.
I came in as a sophomore.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
At MTSU.
Where'd
So
you
like
transfer
I just went to a little community college called Ivy Tech in
Smart
Indiana.
idea, seriously.
And I saved like
Yeah, you probably
I think
saved
I
so
kind of
much
got paid.
damn
I got a ridiculous amount of money for school compared to what I needed.
Yeah.
So I just like bought a laptop and stuff, kind of like
hell yeah.
prepared myself for
Splurge. Go ahead.
kind of,
Cousin.
but in a way like nothing came out of my pocket, and I got a year of like education, and community college was like
Got
high
the
school. It was
remedials
like
out
another
of
year
the
of high
way.
school.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Not
I got, like,
remedials, but
speech,
gen eds.
gen eds.
Yeah, get all
like-
your gen ads out of the way and
yeah,
save so much money.
then
too.
I took a year off, and then I saved up money, and then I didn't know I was gonna move here.
Right.
And then like halfway through the year that I took off, I moved here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I decided to move here, and then when school started up, I moved here.
Yeah.
And I transferred in with 25 credits. So I was kind of like, and then it took a year for me to get adjusted.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
that was just how I was,
Yeah.
man. Like it was a shock for me.
I mean, you
Oh, I'm
moved
sure,
6 hours away.
yeah.
Lifestyle
So
change.
and I knew
Yeah, I
no
know the
one
feeling.
here.
I know the
so
feeling.
Where are you
Um,
from?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah,
did
you
you
already
just
said that,
randomly
yeah.
move
Yeah.
here?
Well, I knew I wanted to go to school for music business, and I was looking at schools like Belmont.
How did you
and
know that?
Just because I've been in music for such a long
Yeah.
time and doing stuff, and I knew that, because of some unfortunate circumstances, my actual career as an artist was just fizzling out a little bit. So I really wanted to hop on the business side of things.
Yeah.
Because I knew no matter what, I still wanted to do something with music because I
Yeah.
have such a love and passion for it.
I feel like it's how everybody is that gets involved. Like,
Absolutely.
no matter
Music
what
business,
they
yeah.
end up doing, like they have to, like, even if they start as business and went to an artist, they're just like, I had to be involved
Yeah,
with music some way,
Exactly,
shape,
yeah.
or form. But,
yeah, because I can't imagine, going through life, at all without being involved in some sort of, whether it's event planning or,
Yeah.
doing something with music. So I was pretty set on going to Belmont for a pretty long time. And then my cousin, I have some cousins who live in Nashville. She graduated from MTSU, so she told me to check it out. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to
You were
Belmont.
kind of set on
I was like, I'm
Belmont.
going to Belmont.
Yeah,
you
you're a
and then I
Belmont
came and
snob.
checked it out, and I was like, dang, I really like this school. And then I was like, then it actually got down to comparing prices and stuff, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
why-
then it's
why
a
the hell
and
would
then
I-
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, there's
exactly.
no
And then
comparison.
talking to the producer that I was working with, I've been to Nashville a few times before. I actually came down for school working with a producer, Randy Kors, in Nashville, and he has a lot of interns who come into his studio and stuff like that. So I was like asking him, and he has a pretty hefty hand in the industry here. So I was like, is there, a school that people lean towards, if they're getting on, like hiring interns or employees, starting out employees.
That's a good question to ask.
Fuck yeah.
So I immediately bid him on that, and I'm trying to think of the exact way he put it here. This is no knock to Belmont whatsoever.
No, I can
but-
give you a lot of variations of this
Yeah.
exact same thing. So
Yeah,
go
Dude,
ahead,
we've
brother.
talked about this so many times.
But he said he tends to lean towards MTSU people for set of reasons. I'm not gonna, spoil whatever reasons those were. But
we know those reasons.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I think they're.
You are being so nice today, especially you, because usually you'd be like, "I could tell you," but
I try and
dude,
keep
I
all
heard
the
the same. I heard the same
out.
thing, but weirdly for me, I didn't hear that until after I came here.
Oh,
so
yeah?
like after I was here for a little bit and
like,
I started
bless.
to do some stuff, I was like, shit. I was like, I'm glad,
Dude.
and then I realized why. But what?
My whole college career, like the cost of my entire college career is
Like 1 year at Belmont.
one semester.
1 semester.
Under 1 semester at Belmont.
Under 1 semester?
Yes.
You shut your mouth. Are you dead ass?
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate because I just got in-state
didn't
tuition
realize
this
it
past
costs.
semester, and I did.
Did you do part time, full time?
No, actually, because I had the business. And as long as I proved that I was actually a functioning business in Tennessee and I paid taxes and stuff, then I get in-state tuition. So
This dude's smart, though.
that I didn't even think about it. My dad called me the other day. When was it? Like,
Is your
3
dad a
weeks?
businessman?
Yeah,
He
my
seems like
dad's
he
a
would be.
businessman.
I don't know your dad, but it just
No,
seems
you
yeah,
seem
he
like
is the
your
rest of
dad's
the
a
family.
businessman.
But he called me and he was like, what did he say? He said, I was thinking about this. Shouldn't you, technically get in-state tuition since you're contributing like to, state taxes and, the state
Boom.
economy in some way.
Money.
And I was like, you know what? You're 100% right. So I immediately went to One Stop that day. I was like, and they were like, we don't really do that anymore because a lot of kids were just buying LLCs and not doing anything and saying like they sold Tupperware when they didn't actually sell Tupperware. And they just got in-state tuition.
Dude,
and I was like,
That's
okay,
hilarious.
I was like, okay,
Yes.
well, I can bring all, X, Y, and Z and prove to you that I'm a functioning business. And they were like, okay, if you do that, then you shouldn't have an issue. And I was like, oh, well,
Then
great.
I'll do that.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
back to
Yeah.
that, I did my calculations for the rest of school, and like, if I would have had in-state tuition from the start, I would still be paying like about $2,000 less than 1 semester at Belmont,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is scary, like really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Costs a lot of money to go there.
I heard Belmont has really weird statues.
I was just on their
Statues?
campus. You want to hear a funny story
Their
about
campus
Belmont?
is really good looking.
This is no knock
I
to
think.
Belmont at all. But you want to hear a funny story about
But
Belmont?
go ahead.
I've heard that so many times this past week.
That's great.
That's
we
good.
were street teaming down like around like 12 South area, the Belmont area, and I parked like I want to say I parked along 12 South somewhere, one of the places to park, and we did like a huge circle all around the streets, going up and down, hit Music Row, blah blah.
By
blah.
campus?
Yeah, and hanging up flyers like around campus, not on campus,
Right.
Like around it and like through all the residential areas, you know. What I mean? Which is okay, by the way, to hang up flyers there. That's totally legal.
Well,
There's
actually, I got in trouble for hanging up flyers. Did you hang them on telephone poles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In
I got
certain
trouble
pockets of the
for that.
city, you can't do it. It's really weird.
Okay, like
There's
on
really
busy
weird laws about
streets, you apparently can't do
Yeah.
that. Because
Mhm.
I was doing it for,
Mhm.
I got hired to do it for one show.
There's actually
one of the shows I was trying to get free tickets for. They like they'll have some
yeah?
places in Nashville like be like, hey, if you hang flyers for us, you hang 50 flyers, we'll give you a free ticket.
Oh hell yeah!
And I'm like, well,
You have to
okay.
prove
Okay,
that you
yeah.
hang them.
Yep, you send all the pictures, and then it's like in a
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
like in a Facebook group. It's
got
cool
you,
as
yeah,
shit,
so-
but like I got in trouble by this lady was like, you can't hang that in here, and this guy was like, you can hang it in my restaurant, and I was like, bet.
Yeah,
So-
there's like can't remember where I found them at, but online, I'm sure if you Google it, they have laid out like where you can advertise and what streets you can't,
Yep.
and they'll have like
That's
streets
convenient.
made like marked in red where it's like don't. Put
Oh,
anything here.
okay, cool.
Right. So I
I need to check next time.
yes, and I was well within my limits according to that, which I'm sure is.
I mean, even if you
Did
didn't,
it come from a
even if you-
.gov?
Dude, even if you did,
I don't know.
even if you
to be honest.
didn't,
That's a good question. That's a fair question.
just a flyer.
But
like,
yeah,
give a
exactly. So I'm
flyer.
hanging them up, blah blah blah,
Shut up.
everywhere, and I'm cutting back through Belmont to get to my car because I was on the other side of Belmont, over where all those little coffee shops are, not on 12 South, but on the
Yep.
parallel side, right? And so I'm walking through campus, and I hear footsteps behind me, and I was with Nick and my girlfriend Issa, and we were all down there hanging out flyers. And someone turns around and is like, "Oh, hey Taylor," and I like turn around, and the two Belmont security guards have a stack of probably 150 flyers in their hand, my flyers, right? So first of all, I'm like, oh god, here we go. And they say, "Are you hanging these up?" And as they're talking, they're like folding my flyers and like destroying my flyers,
Ruining
right?
Flyers.
So as they're talking, they're like, what'd they say? are you hanging these flyers up? And I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. They're like, this is private property. I said, yeah, absolutely, totally understand. I didn't hang any up on campus, though. And they said, well, all the streets around campus are private property, too. And I just kind of paused for a second because I was like, I understand you're saying, like, the streets, like, that go into campus may be private, but, like, every street around the campus is private? And I don't know. It was a weird... I mean,
especially since you checked... That's weird.
It was a weird thing.
I know MTSU...
Like, 12 South isn't a private street.
Frat houses,
there's businesses on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I went to two frat houses that were off campus, and one of the reasons that they were right across the street from MTSU was because the utilities get paid for and shit, because they're owned by the school. So a lot of dudes would be like, frat house here, and get all the bills real cheap, and then they could just party their ass off in that house. And that was like a thing. So, but it, literally like the next block down, it was.
Yeah, well,
like we lived the next block down.
Yeah,
and our apartments weren't, or our townhouse was not owned by the school. So
I'm sure
I know it can't be that.
Even if there was one or two streets, though,
so
I mean,
many.
I'm
If you
talking
hung
about,
150
where,
flyers, dude, like you didn't hit every piece that you hit.
Exactly.
Like,
we're talking about like
there's
areas
no
where
way.
there's businesses lined up. Like you can't tell me that those are private streets, but X, Y, and Z. So that happened. So that kind of ruined my night that night. But then I got a real strong distaste for Belmont after that night because I was real mad.
Was that recent?
Yeah, I even tried to pull. I mean, this wasn't very smart, I guess, but I was like, well, what if I'm a student? Like, can I not, just to see what they said? What if I was like, I'm a student. You're telling me I can't hang up my flyers anywhere around your campus?
That's smart.
And they're like, nope. And so then I'm like sitting here like, I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna go back to my car. But I'm like thinking on the walk back to my car, like your biggest program here is music business, and you're like negatively like. What's the good way to put this? You're telling people they can't hang up their event flyers, like, you know what I mean?
You're putting a negative connotation.
Yeah, you're putting exactly. And I'm comparing that to MTSU, and MTSU's like, go ahead, hang them up everywhere.
Hey, you see
promote
that?
your events, please do.
Yeah,
you see the flagpole at the northwest,
like,
south, and east. You can hang them there.
Literally, everywhere on MTSU,
they're
like, please hang up your flyers. Yeah. You know what I mean? I always ask for permission.
There's only like a couple places that you can't hang them up.
Yeah, and they're usually locked.
Yeah,
and most of them too.
You could put it over them, but that's the only time they get taken down.
And if you go up and ask for permission, they're like, "Yeah, of course, I'll." You know what I mean? Wherever.
And every once in a while, I got them taken off of doors.
Yeah.
Of teachers' doors. Like if they had that classroom, they would take them down. They would just be like, "You are not hanging a flyer here." Like
really?
Anywhere else but here. Yeah, there's a couple times they're like, "You cannot hang a flyer there," and I was like,
"I've always done it."
I still did it.
I still
yeah. But they will take it. Someone will take them down.
Yeah, I just found that interesting though. That was a weird thing that happened the other week.
Yeah, that's interesting. Touching on that, like that was my biggest appreciation for MTSU, the culture.
How much
the culture is crazy.
Like
it's everyone from the staff to the students. Like a lot of there's like you'll find haters everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
But like for the most part, what
I was gonna say, if you're looking for them.
Yeah, if you're looking for them, but I still feel like. Like even with AMP, like I felt like AMP did a lot of good things, but there was just a couple people that I was like, you're a fucking hater. Like we're doing a lot of good shit and you're being a hater. Yeah. Like for some reason you're being a hater, but it happens everywhere. But it's mad. We were like madly supported with AMP. That was what I was involved with when I was at MTSU, and it was just like the shit. Like I was like part of when AMP started. Yeah, and it was just the best thing that like we did in every we got to film stuff for free. We with $50,000 cameras and the LED wall,
the equipment and facilities that you use there.
Them letting us throw a show to do that stuff was awesome.
And
even though we got our ass ripped a few times.
Studio in the
building.
In the building.
Yeah.
Like you're giving that permission to a bunch of I'm not going to say kids because
essentially,
yes, absolutely.
There's a bunch of kids.
But they have so much faith in the student body there, which is what
in our defense, at least I don't know who's there now, and I'm not because I have zero idea on who's there now. But I know when we were there, we treated everything with respect. We cleaned up all our stuff. Like, we were very, very good with the stuff. But it's still like for them still to give that trust was like crazy. And that's just part of like how MTSU was when I was there. So to see that that's still happening is awesome.
Yeah, it's
like,
amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm so happy that I made the choice to.
So you have 2 years left, bro.
I do. It's a little bit scary. It's super stressful.
Dude, scary, stressful.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
it'll go by quick, dude.
Don't
even know.
Like I've been graduated for a year, and I'm still not trying to talk like so much farther in life in general. But just looking back on it, it was like, man, like I said, was it to you, Dusty, the other day? I was like, I forget who it was, but I said I would go back to school right now for a year if it was like, it's really probably possible if I need to, but just to get a little bit more experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was so, like, that culture was awesome. Yeah. But I was locked into the people that were there. Like, I built those relationships over 3 years.
Yeah,
like like at the last year, it was just like all the time, nonstop. Let's go.
Right.
Class, show, like, Dusty, can you make me a graphic? I'm working on a song with this person.
Yep.
I'm working on this class project. I got a studio session at 4 a.m. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade for the world. The things that scare
it'll get better.
Things that scare and stress me out are just balancing what I'm doing outside of school with my school thing, because
dude, make it the same.
I try to.
Like, do as much as you can to apply what you're doing outside of class to class, because that's what I did. Like, I actually I wanted to do a song with Allie Burgess. I still do, but I don't have near as much time to work on it, and I made it my class project.
Right, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
like, somehow, way, shape, or form, like, integrate that shit. So, like, you're working on both at the same time.
And with those business classes that you're going to get in the music business program, you can just
even if it's, like, a portion of what Nova is, take it off. Like, even if it's just, like, marketing a music business.
Yep.
Or a booking, a booking business.
Yeah, I use it to my advantage as much as possible. It's just...
That's what it's there for.
Yeah, absolutely. What we were talking about at the beginning, before we... started rolling here, working with, bigger names and stuff like that. It's just, I have to spend so much time in my day. I probably work in front of my computer, like, on a normal day, not including, like, schoolwork or anything like that, for probably about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Sending emails, doing phone calls, scheduling, writing checks, doing my QuickBooks stuff, doing all that. And then I have schoolwork on top of that. So it's kind of stressful. But
yeah, dude.
But I wouldn't trade it for the world at all. Again, I'm so happy to do it because I'm learning so much as I do it too. So
enjoy
never
that
stop
shit,
learning.
man. Like Dusty said, it'll go quick.
Yeah,
it'll go.
It already
quick.
is, man. It's scary to think that,
So did you come here for freshman year?
Mm-hmm.
So you are a sophomore now, so you've only been here for a year?
Well, I'm about to be a junior.
So you're about to be a junior.
I'm about to be a junior.
Okay.
I just finished up my sophomore year. I've been here for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Damn.
Yeah.
This is my first summer.
Yeah, when you got here and when you got here and you were like, "How's your summer been?" And I was kind of doing stuff on the computer. I happened to catch it, and I was just like, "Not a thing for me anymore."
Yeah, I know.
I don't do it. Like, it's all one linear thing now.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part. Like, one of my favorite parts, or one of the things that I miss about having a school schedule, is like you notice every change a little bit more.
Right.
Like, spring semester comes up, what are they called? Come up, midterms come up, and then and then you're like, oh, finals are in like a month and a half, and then you start, like, you kind of have a timeline. You kind of have like a foot behind your ass a little bit.
Yeah, there's a beginning
and then
and
as soon
end
as you
to
graduate,
dude, I will tell you, it's an immediate life change.
I feel like it's in comparison to like a rocket taking off. Okay, you feel me? And it's just like, and it starts to rumble, right? And then this motherfucker just takes off, and it's just like through the sky, right? And then all of a sudden, it's just like
those are some good
in
sound
space.
Effects, by the way.
Yeah.
Those are good sound effects.
You feel what I'm saying, though?
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
It's just like you're in space, and like there's nothing is like. There's no gravity, nothing's pushing you, nothing's pulling you.
Right.
Like, it's the weirdest thing. That's what I would compare it to in my mind. That's what
and it just goes by so much. You think school goes quick, and it goes by so much faster when you're out of school. I graduated in December. That's not that. I mean, that seems like years ago to me already.
Wait a second.
We're almost halfway through 2019.
Yeah, but also
That's terrifying,
I
by
would
the
say
way. That's
too,
really
and I would say I would use this to also give people advice for when graduating.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
Yeah,
no. Yeah.
When you graduate, before you graduate, have some potential plans for something.
Yeah,
when you graduate,
because that's one thing I would say about you thinking that time has went fast since then. Because if you want to be real honest, I haven't been doing near as much shit as you've been doing, like in comparison to when I graduated. So that shit was like, I feel like the last year has went slow.
Yeah.
To be honest with
Okay.
you.
That's fair.
Mine has drug by, but I've been through some ups and downs in the past year and a half. So
I would say to anyone who's trying to, that's in school, who's trying to get into the industry at the very beginning of your last semester of college. First off, internships are great.
Right.
A great
Depending
avenue
on
to take
what you're
for
gonna
connections. Depending on what you're going to do.
But for connections, 100%.
Great for connections. But, at the start of your last semester there, you need to be applying.
Yeah,
It took me,
absolutely.
I applied to 60 jobs before I ever got a hit on anything that was in the industry.
And to be
wild to
honest,
think
one of the
about.
main reasons you got a hit on something
Was a connection.
was a connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was,
Networking.
it was someone that we knew from school.
The weirdest thing
So-
about this Nova thing that I have going on that I've been noticing in my life too is kind of like you were saying.
I really have.
I have a weird like middle ground right now where like I'm merging like my
You gotta
full-time
pee?
career with Nova that I hope to grow to a point where I can.
So that's
Do
your
this-
like money maker. You don't have a day
that's
job.
my
But
baby and my
like
money maker right
you
now.
don't have like with my deal in college. When I was in college, I didn't have. Are you stealing some of my candy? Is that what you're doing? No. Oh. If you can have some if you want. It's Easter candy. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out moms. Happy Mother's Day.
But
to all
it's
the
like
mothers.
it's like you're an idiot. It's like oh shit, what was I about to say? I just lost my whole train of thought. Dusty, fuck off. So you don't like my deal with my parents when I was in college, like
Yeah.
you probably don't have a bunch of bills right now, I'm guessing.
No, not too much. I mean, I
Okay,
gotta pay
so
rent, pay my utilities.
That's the
about it.
coolest part about it because
Yeah.
you don't have a ridiculous
Yeah.
amount of
I got car
bills
insurance.
right now and stuff. Like it's not your whole like you still have an excuse to be in this like I'm just working my ass off mode. And like if I can make some money from it, I can make some money from it. But
Exactly,
it
yeah.
doesn't have to be. It's
Doesn't
not
have to be,
forced to
like,
be your main
yeah,
focus.
absolutely.
That's one of the main reasons that unfortunately I had to go into like a day job after
Yeah.
I got out of college. Now I still do my thing after work and on the
Right,
weekends. But like one of the main reasons was because I love mixing. Like I
Yeah.
love producing music.
Right.
It's just my thing. And I don't want to make that a job because then it's going to mess it up for me.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like so that's cool that you're able to make it something that can help you.
Yeah.
But not something that you have to have. Thanks, I have to edit the video now.
Yeah, and eventually I'm hoping that it will go to that point where, I can rely on it for the rest of my life and hoping that it continues this snowball that's
But
been on
you
for the
have
past
2 years
4 months.
left, which is the coolest part
I
for
know, that's-
you.
yeah.
Because you don't have to like.
I don't have to stress
even
out as
if
much,
you
right.
have whatever, like however it works with what you get paid. Now I think we should go because I have to go to the bathroom too, and I want to make this point, and I want to take a break. What do you think? Here in
Yeah.
a minute. Okay, here in a minute we're gonna take a break.
Totally down.
We'll let you choose a song from a local artist that
Ooh,
you
okay.
want to play. So
Ooh,
think
boy.
about
Do
it.
you
You don't
wanna
have to
pick it on the
choose
spot?
after. You can.
Hey, you should play that Shamar track.
Oh, bam.
Okay.
So
What is it called? Do you know?
Independent Lady. That's the one
Independent
I
Lady.
want you to play.
Okay.
give it a quick
cool.
intro.
But hold on,
Oh,
hold
yeah,
on a second.
Oh, yeah, you want to make a point.
Dang
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't like even I don't know how it works with who gets paid for what in Nova. So
Sure.
obviously if it's your money maker right now,
Yeah.
that means you are making money off of it. So but
Right.
also say you have 75% of the company, say you have 25% of the company, whatever.
Right.
You don't have to say
Or hundo.
I have 75% of the company, this is how much I'm getting.
Right, yeah.
Because I have you don't have to try to use money as your main thing that you're
Exactly.
getting out of it
Yep.
because you're trying to get experience right now and it
Yep.
doesn't hinge on your livelihood
Absolutely.
right now because you're still in college. And like when
Absolutely.
I was in college, I used that as the biggest excuse to mom, dad, because I'm fortunate enough, I don't know your situation. I didn't know your situation, but during college, I was very able to be like, Mom, Dad, I literally can't make my car payment this month. and they'd be like, I got you. You know what I mean? Like cool as shit. And like that didn't always happen, but I used it not to be an idiot, but to work hard.
Right.
9 times out of 10, if I spent too much money that month, it was because I bought some music stuff I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, hell, look at this room.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
What is it, 7, 8 years later?
Yeah. There's a big chunk of stuff
after
that I've
started purchasing.
I was talking about that the other day. Like I've been collecting what I have now for like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, damn, now dude, look at me.
Well, hold on. 2011 September was when is that right?
Wow. 8 years.
Okay, so but I didn't buy my
almost 8
stuff
years.
until like right at 2012 because it was Christmas of 2011 that I had $300 and I said I went to Guitar Center and I said I have $300. And they were like,
"Get me in the game,
dude." They tried to talk. They tried to talk me into. I was like, "I want to record my friend's rap album," and I swear to God. And I was like, "They want me to record their mixtape," is what I said. And I need the equipment
even better
for doing this, right?
Scarlet
and
interface.
they tried to talk me. This
U22.
dude tried to talk me into spending like $1,000, and I was like, no, wait, like including tax.
But,
you
bro,
don't understand.
I've got $300.
$300. That's it, dude. And he was like, it took me like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes to explain this to this dude.
Right.
He kept trying to sell
It's
me
like,
on
all right,
shit.
you got GarageBand?
And then he was like, all right, man, I'm gonna put this stuff together for you, and it's gonna be $300. And I was like, all right, dude. So I got an interface. It was an M Audio Fast Track Pro, which was 2 preamps on it.
Yep.
I only needed one. One microphone, which is the one you're recording on. One pop filter, which is the one Dusty has.
Yeah.
A mic stand, which just went up and down. It was just straight up and down mic stand,
No
like
boom.
cheap, no boom, and a cable, and that was it. Like I got a microphone cable, a microphone, a stand, pop filter, interface, and I could not use like the outputs on the interface to listen to my stuff, so I had to figure out a way to route it to come out of my computer speakers and mix off my computer speakers or on headphones. And I didn't buy any good headphones, so I basically mixed off of the computer speakers on an iMac. I didn't have
impressive.
output for my Fast Track Pro because I didn't have speakers.
Right.
Also, I didn't even have any more money for cables to hook up speakers.
Right.
So I was
had
like
$300.
$300, dude. And that's what I started with. And then I just started like listening to it. Like I would listen to it, and I found some YouTube videos that said listen to it on different speakers.
Right.
So I just like print the mixes out, and then I have to go to my car.
Speakers.
And then I would go
everything.
like play it on like something else, like maybe like a little speaker I had, but I
Yeah.
had no Beats Pill or nothing like that,
right.
like nothing good. But that's how I started, dude. Like it was the coolest shit. And
that's cool as fuck.
dude, it was so exciting. But yeah, since then I've been collecting all kinds of
It's crazy how a collection builds like that.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
and you don't even
you
realize
think
it.
back about
I mean, you
stuff
do
like that.
realize it when you spend the money. But
Well, when you
Yeah,
look at
exactly.
this room, like, but you want to know what? I still try to get as much bargain as I can. You know where I got this table right here that my computer and everything's sitting on?
I know. Goodwill.
Goodwill, bitch.
Hell yeah.
$30.
I love Goodwill.
$30
care what
bucks.
anybody says
Dude, it
about
was the
thrifting.
first
I
week
don't-
I moved here
I don't
too.
care.
It was the day that I moved in. I was like, I got to go find something. And my parents were still here to help me like put shit together. And I was like, oh shit. This table at Goodwill is like the perfect size.
Yeah.
And then I end up bringing this table from home, and they fit for somehow. They basically like
Perfectly
just
fit
for
together.
somehow.
dude. For somehow, dude. I've been
Okay.
hanging out with my boss too much. He's country as hell.
Yeah.
I've
But
been working with him past 2 days.
intro the song.
Oh shit!
Yeah, before we
Rant, boy.
All right, this is Independent Lady by Shamar. Shout out Shamar, super talented R&B artist. He recorded this in his dorm room, or
Oh, sick.
dorm hall rather.
Damn.
And that was
Yeah.
super
That's fucking
professional.
badass.
Y'all are about to get some good R&B Murfreesboro local talent here.
his Instagram is
I think it's
Shamar SHEMAR_music1.
Money
Check him out. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all that.
right here.
And this is
Independent Lady.
what I'm saying.
Ooh. Yeah. Independent lady with Without you, I go crazy. Oh, independent lady. I just wanna talk to you, maybe. Oh, independent lady. Girl, I really love your smile. Just wanna sit and talk for a while. And baby, I'm in love with your style. Let's make it happen right now. Baby, I know that you are a star. 'Cause you are gold, you're a diamond, you are true. One thing for certain, that's me and you. So baby, let's just happen. Let's make it happen. Oh yeah. Independent lady. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh, independent lady. I knew it was you by the way you walk. I love your voice every time you talk. Let's see how this begins. Let's be more than friends. We can make it to the end. To the end. One side and it just messes up my mental. Just me and you, it could be so simple. Baby, let's just not wait. Let's not hesitate. Me and you is no debate. Independent lady, you're so sweet. You make my heart complete. You make it skip a beat. You make all my sadness deplete. Yeah. Independent lady, so strong. Like, are you sitting here all alone? Listen. I knew that was me and you from the beginning. When I am with you, I am winning. We can go for years, babe. I will dry all of your tears, babe. Me and you and me. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Just you and me, that's how it's supposed to be. Independent lady.